Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Here we go.
A first carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 13 carries, 93 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He gets this to Davante Adams. And Davante's going to have a Raiders first down as he's up to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Here we go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense.
Yeah, they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Going to be a safety. Well, we thought these 2 defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So, Charles, this defense in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage. Sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But all in all, you never want to let that quarterback get a string of completions going, because if so, they're hard to deal with, and it makes for a long evening.
Stay hot! Stay hot!
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 37.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That's what Burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now Garoppolo. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Yeah, you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Khalif Raymond now. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. But the Lions ready to take over on offense for the first time here. And they've got a rookie at the helm, the 3rd-round pick from Tennessee, Charles, Hendon Hooker.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Okay, break. Ready.
Here's the 12th overall pick in April's draft, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And he stopped immediately there.
Joey Bosa in on the stop. You look at this Raiders defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Ball start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now the former Bear, this is David Montgomery.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
The Lions sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back to Montgomery on second down. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Check it.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Hendon Hooker. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 2. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense, but you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. There's
Garoppolo to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. too many in that department. Third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is brought in at the 21. Breaks through the contact. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it. I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of all 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So here are the Lions to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Read option. This is Gibbs.
Past the 20. 5. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
78 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
touchdown run. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. And now here come the Raiders. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A nice carry by Jacobs, who's coming off a career year, just when it seemed like Vegas may have been ready to move on from him. Led the NFL with over 1,600 yards and was more than deserving of his first All-Pro selection.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. And that's going to be another first down. Good running for him to start the drive. This one, 11 yards.
Some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake. Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To throw is Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Well, Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. They'll pitch it out to Gibbs here. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down throw here. It's Hooker. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Hooker again on the keeper. Off the option, here's Gibbs. There he goes, left side. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 17-yard line. 135 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Steps away to his left. Pushes past him. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down.
Cougar 19. 70 Timberwolves.
Williams being motioned left. Gibbs straight ahead. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Hooker's going to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Ready.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Hendon Hooker, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. We've seen this already from him in this game. Second time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jack Campbell running him down behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Back to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of... Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Garoppolo's this throw brought in here by Mayer. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 78 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, so this is a first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's got it. That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the third quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Detroit's offense ready to take over. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start out here with the option left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Hooker again on the keeper. He pitches it. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
On the ball, on the ball.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Time again to see Josh Jacobs in this Vegas off. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. Here we go. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Garoppolo. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Here we go.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the points that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Now a 2nd and 10. All play action. Here's Hooker. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Garoppolo now. The open man here, Renfro. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man, that's Renfro. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete into the hands of Myers. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Garoppolo again. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
He's got it to Williams. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
He finds his man complete. That's Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing. And they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Garoppolo.
tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. He's got his target. That's complete. He's to the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams, 77 yards. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got no thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll run again. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Abdullah to return. Amir Abdullah. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Raymond now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So now the Lions down by 4, 1:39 to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Tempo, 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 tempo. Ready.
Here's Hooker. And this one is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Seven Pirates.
Hooker to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Let's go now.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Throwing here is Hooker. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
37-yard line.
Now Hooker. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And remember now, a field goal does you no good. This is touchdown or bust territory. So they took a late shot for the end zone, but the defense, as they've been all game long, up to the task.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Hooker's looking to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
Hooker. Flush to his right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Ball resting on the 20. This is 2nd and 10. Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here.
19 Lions. Rig alert. Rig alert.
Back to throw. And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go.
One final try now for Garoppolo. He has Mayer complete. And he's able to get this one out close.